Hey guys, welcome to YakShaver Sprint 88 review. We've made some great work on the desktop app and I've actually managed to start connecting to the portal. So we'll see more when we get into it. So let's jump into the email. So the sprint goal was to connect the desktop app to the portal, which was done, and we'll see that later on. So yeah, the timesheets for the week and onto the PBIs. So the first thing is the adding a sign-in flow to YakShaver desktop. So Baba, do you want to give some explanation for what you've done?
Yes, I added Microsoft sign-in to YakShaver desktop. Now users can log into their Microsoft account, and then Steven followed up this and sending new shares now will be added to leaderboard as well. So it's a first part of sign-in. Yeah, and there's a done video for this PPI.
So we can play a quick 10-second snippet.
Sign in. And this window will be shown, and I can select my Microsoft account to continue. And after successful authentication, I can click this link, open app, and open YakShaver. And I'm back to YakShaver app. And now it's showing my username.
Cool. Any questions on that?
So the main point of that is to integrate the auth in. What was happening before this piece of work?
There was no authentication. Users can just download a YakShaver desktop app and then connect their MCP servers and then just use it. Now we can integrate to portal and a new shaves. If user is authenticated, the shaves will be added to leaderboard.
Oh, okay.
So you still can use it without signing in, but if you want it to be counted in the portal and all that, you need to sign in.
Okay, thank you. Now I got it, Callum. All right, it's optional. That's the piece I was misunderstanding. Okay.
Cool. Yeah,
just
the next one
on
is...
that UI, like I haven't seen the UI much, but if you just go back to it, I'm struggling with the UI. Feels kind of washed out. Obviously, it's a nice big purple feel, but the writing itself seems to take a back seat. I can see that I am on. I can see a big recording. I can see it's connected. I could switch the platform. That switch platform feels like I'd be switching. Is it to do with what it's connected to, or is that completely different? What's the switch platform?
So that's supposed to switch between different providers.
Right. So it is related to what you're connected to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of pain points that going through with Michaela. So she's gonna cook up some Figma designs for us to use.
I think even if it was just 3 dots and it was over on the right hand side, that would be different.
Cool. And the next one is a follow-up on that. So the portal integration for My Shaves and Leaderboard. Steven, is there anything else to add besides what Baba has already said?
So basically, Baba has discussed, I mentioned this almost, but there's one thing. So because currently the YakShaver desktop app does not have the information of the projects. So the limitation of the leaderboard is it only reflects on the user's leaderboard, does not reflect on the project leaderboard. So that's the subsequent steps we're going to think about. Maybe we need to...
That's coming soon, next sprint, hopefully. Not the coming one, but the one after.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. And the last one I just want to show is the 3, 2, 1 countdown done by Tino and Willow. So Tino, do you give some explanation?
All right. So for 3 to 1 countdown is that when previous behavior that we had is that whenever we click recording, it just puts you right into it. The 3 to 1 countdown is an addition features that once you hit record, it'll give the screen that you're recording will show a 3 to 1 countdown, and then as soon as one disappears, it's ready. The recording starts. I'll give the user a little bit time for them to adjust, to get ready for the recording.
Right. On a related topic, did you see the video from the China TV team on Chloe's YakShave with her mobile phone? All right. Tina, can I get you to make sure you see that with Bubba? You should watch it together. It's like a 2-minute video. It has the 3, 2, 1 animations she's added to the video to indicate that Chloe's recording something as she's doing she's doing a YakShave from her phone. It's recording, etc., and then she uploads it to OneDrive. So if you could watch that and just confirm that you're happy with that video, that's important. It's related to what you're doing here.
Okay.
I just want to show off the quick done video that Tino's done. So there's 2 snippets. The first one is this.
If I click on this, what's going on? Voila! This is now connected to my iPhone camera. So let me just go ahead and pick up my iPhone. How cool is that, eh?
So this shows that we can actually use YakShaver Desktop with our mobile phone. So this will be, the same as with the Teams app, how you can use the Teams app on mobile to do a YakShave. You'll be able to do the same with the mobile app.
Right.
And the second one is just to show, yeah.
Right. Just a very quick observation. Whether the feature is cool or not cool, Tino makes it sound like it's cool. And I think that's a really good example. Everyone should be. It's very rare to see energy like that in a video. It is spectacular.
100% agree. I think he did a really good job on the video.
Yeah, everybody copy Tino, please. Even if Tino's on meth, that's okay. I don't mind.
Cool. And the second one is just to show off the 3, 2, 1 countdown. So
it's gonna show a countdown. Hello, YakShaver. This is to showcase.
And that's that feature done. Any other questions on that?
No, I'll make 2 comments. First one, if you have done a video such as Bubba has done and Tino has done, which is great, it's as soon as you've done it and it's up on YouTube, you should be calling me. Or if I was unavailable, call me first thing this morning. Even if on your way in, you text me and say I'm calling you in 5 minutes when I get to the office or whatever. It's important that the key stakeholders have seen that video. It's good. One other thing I'll observe from that, if you go back to the video, in many of the offices, we don't have that red stripe around the office, like in the sysadmin room and behind Josh and different offices. Go back. It just looks, if you look at Tina down the bottom right-hand corner, yeah, it looks good. And maybe we should have that red stripe in other offices. And I don't know if you guys agree, but definitely looks good. Yeah.
And YakShaver to the office maintenance backlog.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. Cool. Any other PPIs you want me to go into, dive into before I move on? Just have a skim through them.
I would like to know, just broadly, was any time spent on the existing YakShaver portal?
I can see there was a leaderboard in progress one.
That's correct.
But that's only an improvement to do with the MCP, isn't it?
Nope.
No, that was
No.
Oh, it isn't.
the one I was working on is splitting the system information, renaming that to my tenant, and splitting it a little bit for better user experience from
Okay.
dev settings.
Yeah, but that stuff's not done. When that is done, Tom, and you're happy with it, please just come down or give me a call and we'll just look at it together.
Yeah, there's some screenshots on there for V1, but I've been talking with Michaela to get a few improvements on that.
Okay, all right. Get me to like her mock-ups when she gives them to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? If not, we can move on to the code coverage. I'll take it away.
Okay, so code coverage remains same at 28.2%. And in terms of deployments, we have made 1 production release for Teams app and 9 production release for YakShaver desktop app. Yep.
So next, I will discuss about the availability. So last week we had 100% availability, and we can see there's a small spike on the response time. We think it might be someone tried to do a shave during the weekend, and there was a cold start, and it recovers itself. So we think it's okay. And if we scroll down, we have the leaderboard. So Jake was on top of the leaderboard and followed by.
Hold on. Just that I think it was a cold start. You need to add some extra verbiage around how you will establish that. Like, you know, when I wake up, I'll just do a quick yak shave to see if it does it again. And then you can say, I know how that happens. You know.
Right, because it was on the weekend, so we suspected it was.
Yeah, but you should know what causes that. Yeah, I don't want to hear. Suspected is first step, and then you establish what it is. Maybe it's a nothing thing, and maybe it is a thing that you need to show in the UI, warming up the cogs message or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe we want to eliminate it by keep touching it so it's always alive.
Yeah, cool. Good comments. So for the leaderboard, we have Jake on the top, had 22 shaves for the last 30 days, and followed by Hawk and Jeffrey. Any questions?
If not, we can move on to the roadmap. Willow, do you want to go through the roadmap?
Yeah, sure. So for our Epic, there's a drop down by 3%, but that's because we have created more issues, more PPIs, and that's mostly related to the UI part. And then we can check the backlog stats. So for the YakShaver, we got 44 PPIs labeled with YakShaver. It's almost the same with the last week. And for the desktop, we have 36 PPIs, and 88% of them are labeled. It's a slightly drop down comparing to the last week, but it's still very high. Yeah.
For research and development, I worked on a spike to store some of the recording metadata in the desktop app with a SQLite database, and Baba did the add sign-in flow to YakShaver desktop with a portal integration. And in terms of AI tools, there haven't been any major changes.
And tenant stats. So we had one.
Sorry, can I just double check? Every single person is using YakShaver desktop except Tom. Is that right?
I haven't used it yet.
Are you still using the old one?
Yes.
That's odd, isn't it? Unless the team agrees one person should be using the old one just to check it's alive, but I don't think that's necessary. I think every person should be on the YakShaver desktop on the team. You should be eating your own dog food.
Yep.
Okay, so Tom, you won't use the old YakShaver again?
Yes, I will use the desktop app.
Excellent. Okay, good progress. And what is TRAE, Tino?
It's another IDE that was created by people in TikTok, yes, and it's a direct competitor with Cursor. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, very cool.
Cool. For the tenant stats, so we had one additional tenant that was set up last week, so that they've been added there, and this should be actually 3 now. So we have 15 total shaves from non-SSW tenants, and SSW has done 55 shaves. So it's really good to see that our customers are using it a lot more, especially with calling them last week and kind of going through any issues that they had and fixing them. They're starting to do shaves now again.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question. I wonder if this will surprise you, Lewis. But we have, I think, 3 active tenants. Have you spoken to all 3 in the last week?
I've spoken to 2.
Okay. You need to ping each one. How's it going? Even if that's all you do, you cannot go another sprint without touching base with them.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no,
just
no,
want to be
sorry,
touching base.
it was 3. It was 3. I did 1 on Wednesday and 2 on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's add an extra row onto this that says, did they all get communicated with in the week in the last sprint? So you can add that. Also, can we separate this so we can see whether they're MCP shaves or the Teams YakShaver? So we can start tracking that. And finally, can you put one more thing under it, which is a script of how to run this to get this? Because what I worry about when I see no figure there with a link to the script is you manually did this and it took you more than 10 minutes to get the data. Would that be correct?
It didn't take me 10 minutes. We have a front end. We just have a what's it called? Locally hosted thing that Tom made. He vibe coded it up, and I just used that because there's the stats immediately there.
Okay, if you got that in less than a minute from Tom, I am very impressed. Put a link to his tool.
It's in the repo, so there's instructions there.
For a few sprints, I had the idea or put in the retro that we should host it online, but yeah, we haven't gotten to it yet.
Right, but Lewis, just put a figure and link to the instructions of how to get this. But it should be, the figure should be indicating it's automatically generated from the tool.
Sure. Stephen, can you write that down so I can fix that up later so I can find it?
Yeah, I'll write it down.
And Stephen, you need to make sure that we show the MCP shaves versus the other shaves, the historical shaves. But I can tell you, you're probably at an inflection point if I'm going to guess correctly, and you're going to see that their shaves are going to overtake SSW shaves, which would be awesome.
No, I don't think it will because, you mean in terms of non-MCP
From 7
shaves.
to 15 to 30 to 60, and then they're overtaking us in just 2 sprints.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. At the same rate, yes, it would. Cool. Any other questions on that?
No, excellent.
No. Let's go down to the Copilot stats. Tino, take it away.
All right. So the Copilot stats, we got Lewis running the whole show, so he speaks the most, and then we have, in my opinion, Caleb and Tom kind of like side by side, right? On the runner up. And then, all right. And so for what was the main item completed? The main item completed was connecting the desktop app to the portal, including integration with the leaderboard. And this was confirmed as done and tested after deployment. That is correct. And also, of course, the 3, 2, 1 countdown.
Can you say the last sentence again, Tina, after you finish the quote?
And of course, yes, that is correct. But and also, I think it failed to say the 3, 2, 1 countdown, which is also something that was mentioned.
So I think you're saying it's semi-accurate. It's missing another important point was 321. Is that right?
Yeah, as we talked about, I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. And Callum, if you would say the
Yep,
retro points.
So what went well? I said the first connection between the desktop app and leaderboard is great. Obviously, we wanted to have people's shaves being counted on the leaderboard before we start rolling out to everyone. So now they are, we can go ahead with that. The other one I mentioned was I made Marina's day with the office maintenance YakShaver use case. Lewis, if you could just quickly play that video.
Yep.
Look at that. It has just printed off something. And if you go ahead and scan, where's the camera? There it is. If you go ahead and scan that QR code, thank you, Lewis, you should be able to access the issue that you just created. Yeah, so the idea behind that was YakShaver can create an issue in the backlog and then print off a sticky label with a QR code that links to the issue so that when someone finds a problem in the office, they can print off the label, stick it on the wall or whatever, and then that saves Marina from the previous painful experience of having to write the issue number on a post-it note. So yeah, I got that up and running on her machine as well. So that was cool.
Can you put a +1 on that from me? Because I thought that was really awesome. I love that. It's quite remarkable.
Yeah, and it's just one of the many flexible use cases of YakShaver now that we can do anything an MCP server can do. So we'll be thinking of more sort of creative uses like that, and each one will get featured on a post somewhere on the website once we get around to launching the desktop app. What else went well? Lewis helped customers fix issues, very non-descriptive, and set up SharePoint for YakShaver. So that was cool. So we got, obviously some customers want their own YakShaver videos hosted on their own SharePoint rather than ours. So we got them set up with their own SharePoint to host the videos. And we've got, I think, a nice process out the back of that as well. So it was a little bit made up as we went along, but I think we've turned it into some cool email templates for next time. So it should be a lot smoother. And Barbara said Rick has helped with Microsoft sign-in and how to connect to Portal API. So obviously Rick's not working for YakShaver, but he's still found the time to help out. So that was very cool. What didn't go well? So I mentioned the canary testing has not progressed as fast as hoped. So I gave it the test pass last week. I don't think we've received a solid test pass from everyone else. Everyone has sort of said, yeah, it's all right, but they haven't raised any major problems, but they also haven't really passed it either. So we need to nail that down and get a confirmed test pass so we can carry on. Lewis said he hit some UX issues while getting Michaela to set up YakShaver desktop. They've been shaved, and that's cool. That's exactly what we want to hit when we're setting up Michaela, so we can see what the annoying things are to set up and all that sort of thing to make it as smooth as possible. Willow said tried to implement the area recording feature, but sadly haven't found a good way to do it. So I was trying to do the like in Snagit, where you can sort of define an area on the screen and record that. We decided it probably wasn't worth the effort, so we just shelved it for now. Adam, were you going to say something?
Yeah, good idea. I don't think that's important. Yeah.
So basically now you just pick an entire screen and that's good enough, I think. Right. What needs to improve? So I said continually remind people to test pass or raise issues with Canary testing. So we either want you to say, yep, it's good, or say exactly why it's not good, because we want to keep that moving as fast as possible. Lewis said an onboarding wizard would resolve a lot of the setup issues, and I think that's what we've dragged into next sprint, which is cool. And I guess that's all we've highlighted for the retro. Any other points to mention while we're here?
I believe that Rick got his client using YakShaver, correct?
Correct.
Was that a much smoother process than Gordon's client?
Yes, it was much
or very similar?
Yeah. I mean, it was different because Gordon's one was using GitHub and Rick's one was using Azure DevOps. So the processes were a little bit different, but I think there was a lot to take away. A lot was very similar except for that step, which was a good thing, I think, because that means we had a good process in place already.
Is Rick's one hosting the videos on their own SharePoint?
No, they're not.
Or is it on our SharePoint?
It's on our SharePoint. I asked them if they wanted to switch it. They're like, it's fine.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else before we move on?
Yeah. Did you treat him like a client? Get him to send you an email. You reply yes or done. You know, so you treated him like a real client asking to be set up.
Oh.
Who's him, Rick or the client?
Yeah. So Rick has come to you as a client. You can treat him as a colleague, or you can treat him as a client. As a client, you would say, all right, so you need to go to the website, click this button, which sends me a form or sends me an email. I've got it. Now I'll help you out doing it. And then I'll reply, done, it's done. And you're following templates to get stuff done.
I guess it depends if Rick is the one setting it up or if he's just sort of referring the customer to us and then we set them up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Did Rick set it up himself or you did it for him?
Rick set it up, set up the meeting himself. So he asked me.
Set up a meeting. Set up the tenant.
Oh no, I did it.
Right.
With the customer.
Did you follow
I did it with the customer. I did it with the customer.
Right. Did you follow instructions as though you're a Dumbo, like you're following what it says? Do this, do this, do this. Send this email saying congratulations, or did you use all your knowledge and just do it?
I think I just used whatever I had in my head because we had no templates at that point.
Okay. So what
do we have templates now?
Okay, that's fine.
We have we have templates now.
Oh, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
So when you did that, which is awesome, now say Stephen could follow it or Tina could follow it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the next client, get one of those guys to follow your thing while you just watch them with one eye and see if they get stuck after creating the next Azure tenant.
That's the plan.
YakShaver tenant.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Beautiful. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I would have got my brownie points. I would have screenshotted all what you've done, and I would have said, to the whole team, including me, done. Rick's clients set up, and we have these new templates to follow. And where did you put all those templates?
They are currently in the YakShaver documents. So there's a separate section called customer rollout, and I just have all the templates here.
So they're in SharePoint.
Yeah, they're in SharePoint.
Is that linked up to the content chooser thing that we've got for email templates?
No, this is not.
Because those are in SharePoint. I wonder if we can just pull it through to that somehow. Anyway, we could figure that out later.
Yeah, we can talk about this afterwards.
And just sort those files by ascending. So go back and sort by name. Sort by name. And just so you know, generally we don't put spaces in file names because they cause ugly URLs. And the other one is I would generally go 01, 02, 03, 04 because, that way at least you can go to 99 docs. As soon as you get to number 9, you're going to have a problem with number 11.
Yep.
Okay, so
Steven,
fix that up after this.
Write that down. Just add like underscores or dashes. Follow whatever how other files are being done right now.
Yep. Look, I'll do that one. It's fine.
Cool, thanks. Anything else? If I move on to the planning.
Has anyone reviewed all those files that you created?
Yeah, so Rick has and Callum has.
All right, Cal. Great. Okay. Okay, love it.
Cool. Now we can move on to the planning. So for next sprint 89, the sprint goal will be to get someone outside the YakShaver team to start canary testing. So at the moment, it's still very within the team, and we want to actually start to give it up to people without any extra steps, just to see how they, if they hit any blockers, and they can give us a lot of feedback, which would be good. We have that kind of starting with Michaela, but she's currently still trying to get the designs working. So we'll try to get someone who hasn't really seen anything else for YakShaver. And other things that we're going to work on, we're going to switch over the Teams app. Currently, we're still using 4.0, but Rob and I had a look at the models that we have
4.0.
access to. Yeah, 4.0, sorry. And we have access to GPT 5.1 chat, which seem to have very similar capabilities to 5.1, which we don't have access to. So we're going to switch over and test the quality of it and see if it gives better results. Is it cheaper? Is it a lot of tests for that? And there's issues on Mac at the moment where for the desktop app that the auto update feature doesn't work unless we code sign it. So we're going to be doing that as well. And the customer that we set up this last week, they were having trouble with snipping tool because the snipping tool was too old and doesn't have the recording feature. So we instead used the Xbox Game Bar, and I'll be writing up some docs for that.
Why couldn't they upgrade to the latest version of Windows?
That was a question I did not ask. I don't know.
That's the first thing to ask. We don't need to jump in and add weird stuff for Xbox if we can avoid it, unless there's a lot of people.
I kind of agree, but I think one of the things that when we initially had a look at snipping tool and Xbox Game Bar, Xbox Game Bar had a pretty easy setup as well, so it was a pretty easy thing to do.
Can everybody install this Xbox thing?
Oh, it comes with Windows.
Windows.
If you type Windows G, it'll appear.
Windows G? Oh, really? What the hell? Oh, set up Game Bar. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I had all this gaming stuff on my laptop. All right.
Adam is becoming a gamer now.
Yeah.
If that's built in, that's a different story. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, Stephen's still working on the most shaved projects, and like as we mentioned, the My Tenant, which Tom is working on. Oh, anything from this that you need some clarification on?
No, all good.
No, all good.
One thing I would like to add is maybe I'll give this to Stephen, I guess. The Tina website has a blog. The YakShaver website should have a blog too, so that we can announce the MCP tool. I would like you to follow the vibe coding instructions. Just go to the browser, go to tina.io, click on the docs for Tina on the menu. Not that one, the Tina CMS.
Oh, wrong one. This
Yeah.
one?
So, Tina CMS, no.
Oh, Tina
So the menu.
CMS docs. I see.
Docs, and then on the left-hand side, see where it says vibe coding there? Fourth menu. Yep. If you could follow that, please, that would be great. Get up a vibe coded blog, and make sure there is a blog for the original and the past. We've gone live with our first one, and then we have another one that says we're now supporting MCP, and then another one that says here's an example of MCP. Callum has done a great video on this with his printer, so so it ends up with 3 or 4 blog posts as well, Stephen, and you check that all the vibe coding works nicely. Okay.
How did we go with yak shaving to blog posts? That was something that was discussed a little while ago.
Yeah, I
Uh,
haven't really got in touch to that task yet.
Okay.
Because yeah, we did
So,
have the
Stephen,
task
before
added
doing
to
it,
YakShave to blog posts because I wanted to see
Yeah.
how that if that would work well.
yeah. So, Stephen, before doing that task I just gave you, first watch the video from Hark. He has a video on vibe coding a Tina blog, and then secondly, talk to Baba about whether this process should be done by YakShaver rather than the way I just said it. The other thing is I do want you guys, Tino, Baba, and maybe Callum, to make sure those videos are test passed and put on our channel. So let's, I'm sure I'll give you feedback on it, and then we'll put it on the channel.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. We'll move on to the last thing. So then what is the main issue to do next? So Tino, take it away.
All right, so main next step is to start canary testing with users outside the YakShaver dev team after internal test passes are complete, and that is absolutely correct.
Yeah, that matches our sprint goal, so that's exactly correct.
Yep.
And that's all for today. As usual, the video will be on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Lewis.
Bye-bye.